Hey, Scott, this has been an exciting day, but it is not over yet.
It's not over yet, and let me tell you, as everybody that stopped by have said, we have a horse race now. Miranda Fisher, Hot Wheels, very appropriate name, and she is Hot Wheels, no question. And then, of course, we have Lisa Rex, a local favorite here on Fit 3. Lisa showed us earlier in the week. She's not backed off at all of Conrad Homfeld's courses. Then we have the Speed Demons, Todd, Minikus, and Presidente. Last but not least, oh boy, Hillary Dobbs and Marengo. And of course, Todd, one last time. One last time on Pavarotti.
And we're going to have a jump off.
Oh, we are going to have a jump off. And we have Peter Leone with us.
Yep. Let's see what Peter has to show us for this jump off, what our riders face. So on to you, Peter.
Okay, we're ready for our jump off. The fastest, no poles, our winner. Starts out with fence number 4, the Sotheby's International Realty jump. For our jump off, the front wheel will be a little lower so the horses can get a good gallop. They then go as fast as they can on a direct line all the way across the field. This is like John Elway throwing the bomb. Long, big gallop, as fast as you can go to the black and white David Yerman square oxer. It's really a challenge to horse and rider to say, how fast are you willing to gallop at a big oxer and feel you can not knock it down? It's no problem if just being fast was the challenge, but we have to be fast and leave the jump up. We're now going to make a blind turn to the original fence 1, which is around this Liverpool complex. We want to have an idea what kind of striding we can do, and let's see what we've got here. Okay, if you're really galloping and you're really hugging that turn, the 7 stride should show itself. Probability is for the second round jump off, this will be up a bit and be a more difficult jump. On landing, a sharp right turn, galloping across the field, and again, to go at full speed to a jump that doesn't have a lot of substance to it. We're going to this Jaguar vertical, and really when you're riding to it, think about it. If you're galloping to this and you're the horse, what are you looking at? You're really looking more at the pavilion and the people and the big building behind the jump. You're not looking at that top rail, and hence the problem and the challenge of leaving it up. We're going to get a feel of what number of strides makes sense to get to, I want to say, the combination 6AB. Okay, there is a very aggressive galloping 8 strides here. We might see some of that with the horses that are really going for it. For sure, no more than 9 strides. We just do 2 elements of this triple combination, and then it's a race to that very difficult to jump clean Lantern Oxer, number 7, going right towards home, and then we're gonna spin, pull a wheelie, and do a very sharp, quick turn. We can look at it from here. We land after this double, fly right to that oxer with the lanterns, number 7, and then hug as tight as you can back on the other lantern vertical. Again, it's away from home. The horses don't see it till they're about 2 strides away because of that Liverpool wagon wheel garden complex that's there. That's our last jump, and that's where we're going to see our winner.
And we are back live. And we are ready for this jump off. Boy, oh boy. Hot Wheels and Miranda Fisher. She's going to set this pace. First to 5. Over this shortened course. And it's nothing closer than, more than anything right now, than galloping across the field, knowing where they are. This is actually Miranda Fisher and not Lisa Rex like they just had up on the scoreboard. This is Miranda and Hot Wheels. Beginning over our sponsor's jump, the Sotheby's jump, galloping. David Yerman. Right to the vertical. Oh, boy, she misjudged it. Was galloping and had the refusal, knocking down virtually every rail.
That's something you don't see, thankfully, often.
No, and you know that the bottom line is these jumps come down. Perfect
Fellas
example.
are scrambling, trying to get it together. She's going to attempt to jump this again.
Now, they have to put this jump back exactly the way it was. They almost did it a little bit differently. She's waiting to hear the tone. There it is. Oh, that's too bad. I know. Disappointing, but like we saw yesterday with Hillary Dobbs in her class, she had to set the pace by going first. One has to be careful, bottom line, not to get too carried away with the pace. First part of the combination, now it's just an A-B. Coming right around. Sharp right turn. Oh, had a refusal. Oh boy, that's disappointing. I know she's disappointed with that. That's quite a tight turn to come around to the last part of the jump off course. No doubt about it. Conrad Homfeld once again creating placement of jumps as being the focus. Here we have Lisa Rex. Here she is, local favorite. Fit 3 from Westbury, Long Island. Beautifully ridden there. I know she's going to be careful here. Right to the Jaguar. Oh, come on. She's got to make this tight turn back. So interesting the way Conrad Homfeld has them doing that tight turn. That was a clear round, 40.15, automatic leader. Okay, Todd Minikus has his eye on it. He knows what it's going to take to go clear. Can he beat that time?
And Todd will be on 2 mounts today for our jump off. Presidente and Pavarotti.
Great advantage for him, Ernie, having 2 in the jump off. Great advantage. He gets a feel for it on Presidente. He can go for it. He knows what it's going to take. They're 2 different types of horses. No question. He's in the driver's seat right now. Let's see what he does. Great ride right around after David Yerman. He's staying on it. A little slice there. Wow, it cut in there. Wow. Right around. Wow, and that was a clear one. Wow, look at that time.
And what a time, 38.25 seconds.
He didn't stop riding until he was through the finish markers. Great ride, beautiful. That's why they always say you can depend on Todd to go clear and fast, no doubt, keeping that speed.
Great time for Todd Minikus. Time to beat for Hillary Dobbs is 38.25, and if there's anyone who can do it.
Yeah, and then to have Todd again to follow that, I can guarantee he's going to try to beat his own time with Pavarotti. I can guarantee you. Missy Clark going over the course once more with Hillary Dobbs there at the in-gate. Any of you who saw us have our discussion with her earlier this week, they really are a team, quite impressive. As Missy said, we are two totally different people joining together, because how fortunate they are to have a string like this for Hillary at this time of her life.
The pressure is on.
Last minute thoughts there, again going over the course. You know, she has 45 seconds from the time the tone is sound. Let's see what she does. Balancing up to the David Yerman. Well, you can hear a pin drop in this field right now. Right there, come on. Right there again, little extra kick in the air at the Jaguar. She sliced that a little bit. Really going to go gallop now, flat out. Beautiful ride. Wow.
Time
Wow.
37.79, and she did it.
Look at that. I wasn't
37.79.
What a
She
week.
takes over the top from Todd Minikus, who had posted a time of 38.25. But guess who's coming back?
Yeah, he's gonna need a moment just to get ready with Pavarotti. I know that now the suspense is really gonna build, no question. So perfect example. I don't think Todd really left the door open, to be honest with you, but even though Hillary looked like she might have balanced up here and there, her pace across the ground, bottom line, length of stride, knowing the shortest track in order to keep the jumps up, and most importantly, knowing that horse, showed us, no question, she's put the pressure on Todd for the final rider in the jump off.
Our $30,000 Sotheby's International Realty Challenge here at the Hampton Classic Horse Show comes down to one rider. This is it.
It is, and I tell you what, to me, most importantly, we have show jumping at its best. Bottom line, show jumping at its best right now. Speaking with Todd quite a few times this week, and also hearing Hillary Dobbs and Missy Clark talk yesterday about the strategy, what they're really looking at, how they changed it at the last minute yesterday. I think they might have changed their strategy a little bit here today. Looked like they were just questioning the one line or where they could really make up the time. No question, they know they have a man behind them that's just going to go all out, which is Todd Minikus and Pavarotti. He's going to go.
Scott, with your being here, I think we've had an opportunity to meet the personalities, to meet who these great riders are. And in meeting Hillary Dobbs throughout the week, I mean, she's been winning a couple of times this week, and of course, Todd Minikus. It's wonderful to be able to meet these riders and to get their story.
And their story, and also the dedication they have. This is their passion. A lot of sacrifice in this, no doubt. It really takes a team, and it takes quite a team to put it together, and they'll be the first one to say it. And speaking with Hillary Dobbs' parents yesterday, Lou and Deb Dobbs, they said, it's so great that we took the time with our interview to speak to Missy Clark being Hillary's trainer, and Hillary, and as Lou said, they're two totally different people, two totally different personalities, and they all come together along with John Brennan, Missy's husband, and say, what's it going to take? How can we stay at the top of the game, keep the horses first and foremost in mind, making sure that we take care of them as athletes? At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Scott, it's a long day. We're watching the action every afternoon here at the Hampton Classic Horse Show, but this day begins at an early hour, doesn't it?
Oh, people have no idea. Well, those of you who are horsemen and horsewomen at home, you know what it takes to take care of a horse. Early hours. I mean, these horses are getting out out of the stable in the morning, first thing, while it's still dark, for hand walking, grazing, lunging the horses just to let them kind of warm up and maybe stretch themselves a little bit, get a little kick out here and there. Let them be horses before the show begins. That's the bottom line. The quiet time in the morning, some of us say that's our favorite time because that's the time where we connect with the animal. Very little talking, very quiet, and it's that peaceful time, the time before the loudspeaker begins and the day gets going and everybody gets moving from one competition area to the next. But a place like this, we can have our friends come.
Scott, I see that Todd Minikus is entering the ring on
Here he is.
Pavarotti.
Here he is. Let's see how he does it. I know he's after this one. Look at him. That perfect example of a fresh horse, forward trot right in. He knows what he's after. It's like this horse has an idea. Okay, my turn.
It all comes down to this ride for Todd Minikus on Pavarotti. Let's watch.
Can he put the pressure on? Time to beat, 37.79. He's already fast at the Sotheby's jump. Wow. Right there, that's the cut. Again, look how fast he lands as soon as he hits the ground. A little wide so he can land and slice it in. Oh, right around. Wow.
Time of 37.56.
He does it.
He does it.
Excellent. Beautiful. Wow, that show jumping, that's the best kind of a jump off. Right down to the last horse. The last proves
Unbelievable.
Last proves to be the best.
We've had 51 horses and riders today, and it came down to the last rider in our jump off. This is unbelievable.
That's
you couldn't
show
script
jumping.
This.
That's
this
show
is
jumping.
Amazing.
And that the track ended up looking very fast. They were able to really cover the ground at breakneck speed, and the footing held up. It looked terrific. I think everybody's really excited because we were watching the clouds. Those of us that were a little bit concerned about the afternoon weather, we were a little concerned, are we going to get one more shower? I think we're in good shape for tomorrow. That's an exciting jump
In a word,
off.
unbelievable. 37.56. Second place, Hillary Dobbs, 37.79. Third place, Todd Minikus. And fourth, Lisa Rex. I know you're going to be running.
I am going to run down.
This man is always running.
I'm going to catch Todd Minikus at the in-gate because I told him, I said, buddy, I'm there for you. Don't go far because I want to hear what your thoughts were about the class. I'll be right back. We'll
Great.
catch him. We'll catch him at the in-gate.
Let's catch him at that in-gate. And thank you very much, Scott.
I'm here with Todd Minikus just jumping off his horse after the win. Wow, what a jump off.
Yeah, that was it was a fun jump off, really, knowing that Hillary was in it, and I got to go before her on one horse, and I thought it was prompt enough. If she made a little oops, that she wasn't going to catch him, but I didn't get to watch her warming up the other horse. Obviously, she didn't make an oops. So then I know I have to, light your hair on fire speed and just go.
And you did. You put the
And-
pedal to
Also,
the metal like
our
nobody
sport
else.
champion,
It's
and you
fantastic.
had
So
over
great.
to jumper
I know we've got to run to the other ring, but we
champion.
just want to say
Top prize
congratulations.
in our
You said
class
you were going to
today
go for it today, and you did.
reserve title,
I
and that
appreciate
was
it. Thank you
Pavarotti
very much.
Fantastic, and
with
we'll
Todd
be
Thanks to all
watching
the
you
Minikus.
sponsors.
And
I
Hillary
appreciate
Dobbs,
it.
our champion
Well, without
with
the
Marengo.
sponsors, you know,
They're
Sotheby's.
very
Sotheby's.
important. It's a big
title
deal for
with
us,
Todd
so
Minikus.
we appreciate
We
it very
couldn't
much.
do
That'll wrap
it.
things
We
up
couldn't
from
do it
our
without
Grand
him.
Prix field
Thank you, my
for
friend.
our Saturday
Congratulations.
at the Hampton
Fantastic.
Classic. Thanks for joining us.
Well,
and
there he
there's
is,
some action going on in
live.
the various rings
Todd
here on
Minikus
our
running to the
Saturday.
other ring. Well, I'm here with Hillary Dobbs, and this has been 1 week for you, my friend. Congratulations to you. You rode so beautifully in that jump off. There were some strategy changes a little bit right before you went in the ring. What were you and Missy talking about at the in-gate?
Well, there are a couple options striding-wise that we walked. No one had done 7 strides yet after jump 1 to the next one, kind of a blind turn, which I did down the second line. So, we were just leaving some options open and see how the course felt, and I ended up doing both leave outs because Marengo was covering a lot of ground. So
you knew once you jumped in, you knew you were going to do the leave outs, or
right.
Was that the feeling? Feel it when you land on stride 1 and know what you were going to do?
Right, yeah. You got to know one way or the other in the air, and he felt competitive and he was really looking to turn, so I knew I could get the leave outs done.
Well, and you also knew that there was somebody hot on your trail.
Well, Todd Minikus having 2 out of the 5 in the jump off, you have to be cooking because it's pretty hard to beat Hot Toddy, especially when I go into the lead in front of his other horse. He's going to be hungry for that win on his second one. So
always going to be hungry, isn't he?
Yeah.
But
we've had a funny week. He's in first for that the box challenge. I'm in second, and we've been going back and forth and teasing each other and exchanging jabs in the schooling area. No, it's just a lot of fun, and it's great to learn from him because he's really one of the masters at these jump offs. So
no question. I see you also walking out with a tricolor ribbon.
Yes, the national open jumper champion, Marengo.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. He's such a competitive horse. That he's a really special horse because he can go in and win a speed class and then be competitive in a meter 50 class like this.
Well, into opening day on Manhattan Mortgage Day, he comes out here like a real trooper and then finishes like this. Doesn't get much better. I mean, it really doesn't. Now, okay, we put today behind us. We have Corlette tomorrow. What's the feeling on the out here on the field? How do you think the footing held up?
I think it held up. We got a ton of rain.
Yes.
I think the sun's out. I think it's gonna dry up even more. So I think it'll be lovely for tomorrow. And Corlette, my mare, loves this ring. So I'm really looking forward to see what Conrad has to build for tomorrow.
Well, we are looking forward to cheering you on. This has been 1 week for you. You've come off the hot heels of European Tour, and you are on fire right now, Hillary Dobbs. Congratulations from all of us. We are going to be talking to you tomorrow, I have a feeling. And hopefully you're going to get a moment to come up and see us in the studio, watch a couple of horses after you go, walk us through the course, tell us what your feelings were. If you get a moment, we love having you always. You and Team Dobbs, you're right there with us. We're at the back gate, and we're going to just finish up back at the studio here. But Hillary Dobbs, coming off the wind, champion of the week at Hampton Classic. Congratulations.